All right, welcome to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet, along with my co-host Big Country.
What's good, people? Mr. Too Real for TV.
Too real. With that being said, we gonna go ahead and jump this thing off, man. What do you think led to all this happening to this man?
First of all, I know you don't agree with, but the main thing I think that really got him caught up was Cassie. And the reason why I say, don't get me wrong, Diddy been having allegations for the longest time. Back in the day, they were talking about with the Locks, they were talking about with Biggie, right. They were talking about all these other things, Mace. So, don't get me wrong. And what's that old girl named Jaguar, or her last name Jaguar, that been talking all that stuff about Diddy.
Yeah, and what he been
for doing? The longest time. But none of this stuff came to a head until Cassie. Cassie said she gonna write her book. Diddy pays her off. Then all of a sudden it's like everybody's trying to rake in. The bodyguard snitching, everybody trying to say all this stuff. Right. And I'm like, if you knew Diddy did this stuff, you need to go down with Diddy, no matter what you say.
I agree with that 100%. If you said, just like with the R. Kelly situation, everybody who saw what took place with R. Kelly and you just sat back and watched it and allowed it, you got to go down too. Now, don't get it confused. When Aaliyah and R. Kelly was doing a thing, according to the tabloids, I was a young man. I was a teenager. So technically, y'all can't lock me up. But all y'all old folk out there, who was sitting up there singing that age ain't nothing but a number. Mm-hmm. You need a couple numbers, right there on your orange jumpsuit. That's all I'm saying.
These are the issues that people always, I saw it now. Oh, you saw it. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. I love money, but there's no way I'm going to let money change certain things. It's like, if I see a young child being harmed, hurt, all that kind of stuff. If I see somebody get shot and killed, nobody gonna be like, hey bro, I'm gonna give you this $10,000 or $100,000. You know what? Don't say nothing about me murdering them. I'm like, bro, you think you ain't gonna kill me? You think
that's how they feeling out here.
But that's
they
crazy.
Feeling like with money you can buy immunity. Going back to the Diddy situation, I do feel like if because I'm still on the if, I don't feel like I need to like 100% like double down on he guilty, because hey, I was sitting back and I was like, well, Bill Cosby had to be guilty, but however, Bill Cosby's a free man, and from what I see, I don't necessarily feel like what he did to those people was what they say he did to those people. And I wasn't one of the people and I wasn't there. So this is just my opinion. Yeah. In the Diddy situation, you got a lot of people telling a lot of things on you, fam. And it's people that's close to you. This is why you don't go through and buy all your friends. If you got to buy friends, or because he got a real bad issue.
Whatever happened to day one? They've been down with me since before, during, now this going down. They still down with me. So you try to kick it with 50 Cent, say, I just felt like he needed some clothes, so you want to take him shopping. 50 ain't your friend, fam. Yeah. Stop. That's not who he is. That ain't how he rock. And you don't need to buy him no clothes. He's a multi-millionaire, bro. I'm sure he likes the way he dressed because he can afford to dress however he like. Wasn't that fabulous? Hey, man, when we gonna party? He's like, bruh, if you weren't partying with me from the get-go, we don't need to be partying afterwards.
And I'm like, bruh, no disrespect to you, Diddy, because I know people be like, you don't ever say that about a rocker. I don't really just be sitting up listening to rock music like that, but I highly doubt that they just sit up and be like, you and me need to just party together. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, hey, I'm gonna do a concert over here. I'm gonna be playing. Come watch my show. That's different. If you Diddy on stage and you saying, I'll see you when you get there, because you know that's really like the only hit for real.
Now, I'm going to be honest. Do I think that, just in my opinion, do I think Diddy gay? Well, bisexual? Yes, because everything can't be, you misinterpreted that. Nah, certain things, you said that.
Nah, you said that, bro.
Like, and Diddy done said some weird stuff. But, again, I'm not here to knock you for your likes and your dislikes.
Not at all.
Like, I don't care if you like dudes, girls, whatever, or in between. My whole thing, the issue, if you are doing these things, these illegal things, these underage things, these attempted murder things, or allegations of murder.
Like in the sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Like, you got all that. If your jacket that thick, bro, like, come on, bro. There has to be levels.
This is the question, though. If Diddy been doing this long, why is it coming up now? And I'm like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, Cassie said she was going to expose him on some stuff like that. Right. But you sitting here telling me that's the only... In the 90s, you ain't hear nothing. In the 2000s.
You got to also keep in mind, it's a lot of people we didn't hear, because we just sat back and talked about Bill Cosby. People were saying this stuff. D.L. Hughley was saying this stuff about Cosby and the situation, but what does it matter? You just, at that time, because now it's D.L. Hughley. Like, he a big dude. But then you just D.L. Hughley, bro. Like, you just Jaguar. Like, you haven't reached a status. Not saying that I don't feel like Cassie reached that status, but when you have a little notoriety from where I sit, don't think I'm taking
Give me
shots.
3 Cassie songs.
That's what I'm saying. I can't take shots at her. I'm just saying, even with a little notoriety, because of the whole Me and You thing, and it was well known that she was with Diddy and she was doing her modeling thing, and really, like, her connection to Diddy was keeping her career alive. For the most
that was the only thing keeping her career alive. Correct. She didn't build no career. And if you believe that, give me 3 songs in the comments right now without looking it up. Give me 3 Cassie songs, because honestly, I can't name one. I know she had 2 that actually had a video, but I can't name them to save my life.
What I'm saying is, even with what her 15 minutes of fame, with amplified by Diddy's seemingly lifetime of fame.
Yeah. The whole thing with Diddy is, if he's guilty, I want him to get in trouble. Right. Because you're guilty. But it's like everybody now is almost, it's like, everybody's trying to take shots at Goliath because they found the chink in the armor. So that's my issue when it comes to Diddy, because I take that back. Certain people were saying stuff. Now everybody got something to say.
And what I'm saying is, I go back to that American Gangster line where the little dude was telling them, when is enough? Like, you got the money, you got it all. Why do you keep doing the same thing?
Yeah.
You can stop. You got to know when to bow out gracefully. I feel like he just overran his time. Like, you just did this too long, bro.
But what's crazy is, like, I saw this meme on there because the internet going nuts off Diddy. No Diddy came up and all that kind of stuff.
No Diddy.
Like, no homo no more. It's it's No Diddy.
No Diddy.
But the funniest one to me was they had one, it was like off of New Jack City. Had Nino Brown, and he was in the courtroom. And he was like, oh, the real leader of the CMB. And then Diddy is a picture of Diddy, and Diddy just calling everybody out. Because I'm pretty sure Diddy got dirt on a lot of people.
Man, if you got dirt to put on TD Jakes, bro, you got dirt on everybody.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, I highly doubt that there will, at the end of this, I highly doubt there will be any record produced. Because, they had L.A. Reid, they had things about him. Like, it's so many people in the record industry.
Then Birdman
got his allegations. We already know Christopher Stokes with the Immature and the B2K. Like, you know,
it's a lot of people. I'm like,
it's a lot in the industry. It puts it, but I feel like a major thing, and I'm very grateful that it is this way. I feel like with YouTube taking off, people are finding that with SoundCloud being a avenue to get your stuff, Bandcamp, all these different avenues where you can do an independent podcast. There's so many ways that you can do it independent of the machine now, to where when people start to effectively rage against the machine, you can do it and you can feel comfortable about it. Like Jaguar, she can go and she can, hey, I can just tell the truth.
My money don't come from the machine.
My money don't come from the machine. Like I don't have to gamble with my career. Yeah, if I wake up and I put out content and my people watch and listen to me, then they watch and they listen to me, and that's who support me. Not, I don't need no advance. I don't, everything you're trying to give, I don't need.
But that's gonna be one of them things that honestly, it's gonna seem like it's gonna get real messy. Oh, yeah, it's already messy, but I'm like, man, it's gonna like, I don't cuss, but it's gonna be one of them crap storms. I promise, it's gonna be a lot of mudslinging.
A lot of mud, bro. Right now, I feel like it's just we just getting a major wind gust right now. It's heavy winds coming through. Mm-hmm. By the time it gets to where it really hurt, it's gonna be we'll be sitting here in the F5 tornado tearing through the whole record industry.
And everybody gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't know that about him." Oh,
that's not real. Like, honest, like, cause you see a lot of people get on these podcasts, these relationship gurus. Let me be clear: I am not a relationship guru. I'm a person who, if anything, I'm a communication guru. I'm telling you to go talk to the person that you with, so that y'all can figure out how to make y'all stuff work. All we do is tell you the person you with is the best person to ask how to fix what's going on with y'all.
I just give my opinions and I'm honest. So, honesty.
And which is a great thing for a relationship. Yeah. You can't be mad because you knew up front whatever was going on. I told you the truth from jump. Yeah. I ain't never shade nothing or hide nothing to make you feel better. You got the truth. Do with it what you will.
Yeah. I can sit here and tell you right now, I have never knowingly told a lie on this podcast. Exactly. Now, if I had to come back and retract something because I was like, I was misinformed.
Yeah. I've been misinformed, but I have never been the source of the misinformation. Yeah. Like, I ain't trying to mislead nobody. If I said you ain't paying attention to her, fam, I'm telling you, there's been times where I ain't paid attention and I recognized that my relationship suffered for that. So,
yeah. I got to do that. Anyway, back to his Diddy thing.
In fact, we go, because, we just going to jump on to the next. You want to, we can stay on Diddy, but we can just add that layer part for the just so you know, Diddy and Daphne Joy, because Daphne Joy is the mother of 50 Cent's son, Sire. And since Daphne Joy has been listed as a sex worker for Diddy, right? 50 Cent has gone through and he decided he wanted to get full custody of Sire from Daphne Joy. When he requested that, hey, I'm finna go through the legal process to get full custody, she in turn said that, hey, you were someone who's violated me sexually, and that pretty much this is the last straw. You've hurt me and my son Sire enough. I'm done with this. I'm moving on. So, but I'm just saying hers is a rebuttal. So now she's trying to put those allegations. She's basically putting the Diddy allegations on 50 Cent now. And 50 Cent's rebuttal, and you can go watch it, because you already know 50 Cent, when he coming at somebody, he a funny dude. Yeah. He hilarious. He like, only reason you doing this is because you a sex worker. You gotta call the sex worker. And I'm just like,
But that's the thing that I hate so much is like, if you knew this, if he did this to you, why wouldn't you have said it beforehand? Stop waiting until this happened and then be like, oh, well, I'm going to tell it too. Or I'm going to do this. Oh, well, he did this, so I'm going to do this. Or, oh.
If women should really, really go at Daphne Joy, and here's why. Because when she gets upset, her first thing to do is try to claim victim, and it's real victims out. That's what I always say. I can't appreciate somebody being a victim when it's convenient.
Yeah.
No, if he hurt you and did that for real, then he deserved what he gonna get. He needs to get that right now.
Yeah.
But instead, you opted for a child and some child support to maintain a lifestyle, which that makes it difficult for me to be like, oh.
And now that your lifestyle may change because of your decisions. Right.
The child sire might end up being with his father as opposed to you. Now, 50 Cent's the worst person in the world. But you ain't been with him. And he said the only reason, because she said on her response to Diddy saying, I'm not Diddy, but her response to 50 Cent saying, I'm going to go through and I'm going to try to get 100% custody of Sire. Her response was, we moved to New York literally a mile away from your house and you only seen him 10 times in 2 years. And 50 Cent, his rebuttal to that was, only reason you moved a mile away is because you was trying to get another kid out of me. And that wasn't going to happen. So I'm like, and now when you throw on top, hey, the second that you get put in a court case to where you basically in bed with a, questionable character. Like I said, I'm not finna throw him all the way under the bus because, like I said, my mission ain't misinformation.
Yeah.
So now that you've been labeled this, now it just is so convenient that 50 Cent is one of those guys too. But just so having in the back, like,
irritates my soul, and I'm like, things like that. If you're willing to sweep it under the rug back then, keep it under the rug. Like, you can't sweep it under the rug and be like, no, I get to pull it out. Take that.
Yeah, when it's like I said, don't be a convenient victim. I'm only a victim when it's convenient. Otherwise, it's a smart business move. Because in the reality of it is, you got with a man who's one of the top grossers CDs of all time.
Yeah.
And I think he did that twice. Because it was Get Rich or Die Trying
and Massacre.
Right. Then he started the whole Power universe.
Yeah.
So now he got.
Hold up! No! You forgetting about Vitamin Water?
F&N vodka.
Mm-hmm.
You getting with somebody who mogul icon status, and you laid down with him, and you had a kid, but you had the kid out of wedlock. It just seems like a business move.
Yeah, and let's be honest. Everybody, if you're being honest, it's a business move. You didn't get knocked up by accident. You purposely wanted to be knocked up because you knew this was the way for you to receive funds.
It's security.
Yes.
If women looking for
every month for 18 years at least.
Guaranteed. No questions asked. The money's coming because he ain't going to be broke no time soon.
Yes.
And based on just royalties alone, I'm sure he's insulated and padded for the woes of life till the day he passes away.
Yeah.
So at a certain point, who's really the villain here? Because if you're using the system and the loopholes that the system produces in order to, like, for your misconducts, right? When you're using it in that way, it makes it seem like, hold up. Yeah, he right to tell you that you got labeled a sex worker, so no, get my son.
Yeah.
You know what? You now you trying to destroy my name because I told what they said. I'm only repeating what they said and what I intend to do as a reaction to what I've learned. Once I got informed, if you know better, you do better. The whole point of this. So I don't want to have my son sitting up in here in the house with a sex worker like that. And it's not even like you a sex worker as far as like, oh, you're a dominatrix. Okay. If I knew what you was doing when I got with you, I can't get mad. If you get a prostitute pregnant, it's your fault, fam.
Yeah, you knew she was a prostitute.
That's her lifestyle. That's what you do.
But one thing I wish 50 would have done better, like, bro, if you making moves, you make moves in silence. Mm-hmm. Like, stop telling, and this is for anyone. If you really gonna plot, plan, and do all this stuff, move in silence until it's over.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people be saying what they're gonna do, so somebody's trying to come back, somebody's trying to do these things or somebody's trying to block you. Like, I only had children with the mother of my children, which is my wife. If I knew, let's just say in another world, we never got married and all that stuff, and I knew that I wanted my children, I'm not saying nothing until this court case is done. I'm going to get my lawyers. I'm going to set up everything. You won't know I have a girlfriend or anything until after we make these moves.
The thing about it, because 50 Cent got a book, I forgot what it's Hustle Harder or something. It's something in relation to hustle. But he speaks to it. He says, you know, if I can't be your friend, can I at least be your enemy? Because both of them get publicity. So it's like, it's a power move on both sides of the spectrum. It's like, okay, yeah, you in this court case with P. Diddy, right? It's easy enough. If I want to take that and leverage it to try to get full custody of my son, I could. But on top of that, with Diddy's name popping up in the news left and right, how do I collect some of that steam and minimize the damage to my personal brand? Oh, I'm at that point, I'm connected to this whole incident by my baby mama, and she's the one who's gonna get the negative backlash because of her status in the trial. It's easy money. Like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going for full custody of my son, which he could most like. It's legit. Like, he could go for his full custody. But on top of that, it's gonna stand to boost ratings and get more eyes on 50 Cent. And then you'll get the people who, because you gotta understand, you'll get people who support what he doing. You'll get people who like upset by what he doing. You'll get all kinds of people who are more interested in, now I need to know more about 50 Cent.
But the only issue I would have is, would you want to play your child like that though?
When you in that world, that's what they do. I'm not saying that it makes it right by any measure. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, it is clear cut that that's what they do. When you talk about 50 Cent, other son.
Yeah.
Hey, a pawn that was used by Rick Ross to attack 50 Cent. Hey, let me give your son a job. So it's like, oh, so you leverage my own kid again. Like, fam, I understand we have our misgivings, but my family, my kids, my legacy should be off limits. Well, your issue should be with me.
Well, didn't 50 at one point in time get Rick Ross' baby mama do a sex tape with somebody and then didn't want to pay her?
I mean, yeah.
But
baby mama, son. I'm not, and I know people gonna be like, you trying to say that baby mamas are less connected than sons? Yes. I'm that guy who will tell you that your baby mama is not that important, fam. If she ain't your wife, then you didn't think so either. So don't attack me, attack yourself. If you really wanted her, put a ring on it. You didn't put a ring on
Beyonce said that.
Beyonce said that. Jay-Z did what? Ring on it. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. So, son versus baby mama. And your baby mama is an adult. She has the ability to decide who and who she not gonna lay down with. So if she laid down with this person to make said tape, and it just so happened to be 50 Cent recording it as a method to get revenge against you, what did you do to put yourself in this position? Now with your son, underage, easily manipulated, and you already know that we have a tumultuous past based on what took place between the baby mother and me, and I'm trying to, as far as I know, I'm trying to connect with my son, but from what 50 Cent say, because I ain't really heard the other side, the baby mama telling the son, hey, your father is a multi-millionaire and he ain't bought you every pair of Jordans. And from 50 Cent lens, he was like, you think I want to buy you every pair of Jordans? That's liability talk. Let me try to get you. I know a guy where I can buy the whole. This is a story he tells. I know a guy who's selling his shoe collection. You'll have a good start on just owning a whole multitude of rare, limited shoes. You can have your own StockX based off this. I'll buy that. I'll house the warehouse. It'll be your thing. It's something we can do together. Dude said no.
Dude was stupid.
Only thing he wanted 50 Cent to do was go buy him some shoes. So I'm like, you easily, at a certain point, I have to take into account, maybe you easily manipulate or you ain't really seeing the big play. And a lot of the times, it's the poison that the mama's been pumped into the boy's head already. Like, oh, your father's a this, your father's a that. Made me a negative person in my son's eyes already. So it didn't even matter. 50 Cent was going into a lose-lose from the first time he said hi to the kid. I'm bringing you a major play and I'm getting dissed for it. I'm getting pushed back. You go join sides with my enemy because you just mad at me like that? Why are you mad? You had more than most kids have. Yeah. You upset.
See, yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I'm like, man, when you have these things, I'm like, you don't ever ask questions. You have the opportunity. You have resources to find these things out too. That's like the dude that's across town that never seen his kids and all that kind of stuff. Even those kids, Facebook came out. Hey, you could look up your daddy on Facebook. Oh, Instagram, social media. You ain't got to be like, I don't know. It's like, you could figure these things. Hell, they got 23andMe. They got all these other ways to figure certain things out, to ask questions. And what's crazy is like when a lot of these kids, as they have grown up to be older, they start finding out the honest truth. And they're like, the person that said these things was actually the one in wrong a lot of the times.
Right.
Like, they kept me away saying that it was for my best thing, but it was to hurt them.
It was to hurt them. I was watching one. I should really stop cruising through Instagram the way I do. Because it used to be I just draw pictures, post it online, and I'm off. You might watch a booty shaking video every now and then, booty cheeking on. It's cool. Instagram got it. I'm with that.
Booty meat.
That's all I'm about. I'm going to watch it twerk a little bit, but I'm going to get up out that. Now, keep in mind, this is how you keep respectful, guys. Never like the twerk videos, period. I don't care who it is. I ain't liking nothing.
I ain't never liked the twerk video.
I refuse. Because then that's me saying I'm ecstatic about what she's like. If you going to do it and it's there, it's like strippers. Like, I'm not going to condone you stripping for real. So I'm not going to just, but also I understand it's a business. So if you like, why aren't you just frequenting strip clubs? Because if I go to the strip club, I got to tip you because that's the business. Yeah. I respect business. That's your job. But do I respect your job? No, I really don't respect your job. And because I don't respect your job, I don't want you to get benefits or feel like I'm assisting you in doing something detrimental or what I perceive as detrimental. You know what I'm saying? So Instagram came in. Now you checking your booty online. You gonna shake your booty online and it's gonna pop in my feed regardless whether I go search you out or not. But I sure ain't gonna give you no like. That's what they like. I prefer you not shake your booty online. But since you are, might as well. Let me stop. All right, here we go.
I'm gonna just be over here for this.
Hey, I told you. I'm gonna get the reason I do this podcast. I can tell the truth, fam. That's the truth.
Yeah,
that's why I'm here. Going back to 50 Cent and the son. It's like, hey, you sit back and you use this kid, and that's your weapon. I don't feel like a woman is I don't care how grieved you are or how upset, you should not weaponize your child against the child's father under normal circumstance. And now if it's circumstance, and we all know that there are circumstances in which the child being around the father is an actual danger to the child,
then that wouldn't be weaponizing.
That's not weaponized. So I'm like, if that father, I'm not, and don't tell me, well, he ain't got no money. I'm not worried about the money. Well, he don't. I don't look. You saying all the negative you could put on there outside of anything detrimental to the child. Remember, the bed was there, you was there, he was there. You accepted. That's why y'all here.
Yeah.
You chose him. So whatever it is, you chose to be in that situation with that man. Unless the condom broke. And if that's the case, you ain't got much excuses in these days, because plan B is at every CVS and Walgreens that I know.
Yeah, Walmart. That don't matter. Too. Any pharmacy, you could find one. So,
don't tell me, oh, he this, he that. If he this, he that, then you shouldn't have did what you did. Today, we gonna hold ourselves accountable for the energy we put out there. So if you laid down with him, then don't sit up with his son and try to bash his name. Or your father ain't nothing. Well, you finna go see this ain't nothing dude. Cause you lay with him and that's your father, regardless of how you feel about it. Period.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Make better choices on who you sleeping with or stop complaining.
Yeah.
It's that simple. And I'm not saying that to remove all blame from men. Nah, if you an ain't crap dude who ain't on his job, then you an ain't crap dude who ain't on his job. Mm-hmm. Focus in, get your stuff together, so maybe she'll feel a little more at ease bringing your kids to see you, bro.
Yeah.
But until then, nah. If you laid down with them, you should have thought about this before y'all got to this point. That's all I'm saying on that. You got anything else you want to add to that?
Nah. Like, I just don't like when people use children as pawns in any way. Mm-hmm. Like I've had family members go through it. I've had friends go through it. Mm-hmm. One of the things I don't understand is I don't care that you that hurt, but those children didn't do nothing. So why are they suffering for what two grown-ups couldn't get together? If you grown enough to sit down and have this baby and make this baby and all this other kind of stuff, y'all should be at least mature enough to be like, that's your daddy, that's your mama. I won't speak ill on you, you don't speak ill on me.
Right.
Just make it simple.
Make it simple.
Oh, well, he don't pay child support. Okay, take him to court.
Yeah. Let them do what they gonna do. But when the kid asks you about who your father is, mm-hmm. well, that's your father. Now the court system say you're a convicted felon because he don't pay child support.
Pay child support.
However,
that's his fault.
He did come through because I allowed. He did come through and he will take you to the park. Mm-hmm. When you needed them shoes and I needed extra money, I did call him. So it's some good in him. It's just it ain't the level of good we need to keep these lights on, and that's the whole thing.
I respect that.
I respect that. Don't weaponize the kids and respect one another enough to hey, I ain't gonna speak ill of you. Don't speak ill of me, and that's respect. That's a whole level of respect right there. At this point in the game, we're going to go to You Won't Believe This, and You Won't Believe This is brought to you by.
As always, love to shout out my beautiful wife. Love you, baby. I ask y'all to check out her pages, Johnny Like Mine, Traces Like Mine, and Wasted Desires. You could go to wasteddesires.com and find anklets, bracelets, thigh chains, beads, all those things to make your body glitter and shine. Then you could go on Facebook, Instagram, even TikTok to Traces Like Mine, hair care product for a black woman, by a black woman, actually for all people. It actually helps shine, strengthen, rejuvenate your hair, all those things. You know, they always say they don't have things for black people in our like in the stores. This is a woman doing it for black people. And then the last one, Yanni Like Mine. Ladies, if you do not know what your Yanni is, look it up. It does not clean itself.
Look it up.
I also asked y'all to check out Brittany Bossing Up. She is a counselor. She is doing amazing things. She is helping different youth and organizations. She's trying to teach them. She's been on the podcast quite a few times. She has 3 books out right now, and she's making moves in a big way. You could check her out on Facebook, Instagram, and a lot of other things. She's actually starting her podcast that we definitely need to be on.
Yeah.
And the last one, check out Arlington Elite Wolves. If you have a child that is motivated, trying to be more gifted in track, this is a track team in Arlington that is actually doing things that are helping children. They just had their Easter egg hunt the other day. So I asked y'all to check them out. You could go to Arlington Elite Wolves, I think it's .com or .co. Look them up.
Cool beans. I'm going to start mine out by shouting out my fam, Tyler Bailey. This is luxury clothes by a luxury guy. When I say luxury, I do mean luxury. So if the price tag ain't where you thought it should be at, think again, because it's literally his signature in every stitch and every piece of material. He's went from shoes to clothes to actual jewelry. Custom is the game, and he's one of the guys who's in it right now. Outside of that, you got my cousin Mike, or you can call him Wiggly like they do in these game spaces. He has a podcast called SOB.
SOB.
It's not that way, okay? It's not that way. It's state of being, and on there, if you don't like what he's saying today, listen to him tomorrow. Most likely he gonna be talking about something more on your frequency, because he diving into any and everything that comes to his mind, and his mind is a really, really complex place. So you got D-Mac. I'm just stating facts. Look, you got D-Mac. He's a barber. He cut hair. You should see him. I should see him. Then
definitely need to see it.
Yeah. Got Derek Kelsey. He's been assisting people. He's been moving people up, especially into the college lane when it comes to, athletics and getting them set up with the training camps and knowing what it takes to actually be a college level athlete. He's been assisting them people. You got Nate Price, that's grit and grind. And he really in this game right now doing really, really big things, helping a lot of people get to that summertime fine. And with that being said, keep in mind summer's right around the corner. So if you need to go see Mr. Nate or Mr. Kelsey, then I implore you, hop on Instagram, Derek Kelsey for Derek Kelsey, grit and grind for Nate Price. And both of them will get you right, I guarantee it. The main people I want to shout out here. Now, Care, you know these people very well, all right? It's us, okay? This guy, that guy, okay? And that is something, the number 4, DA People. If you're on YouTube, type podcast at the end. It's going to minimize those search results, bring us up a whole lot quicker. If you wish, please leave a comment. And if that comment is beautiful or it's nasty, it don't necessarily matter. We're going to respond to that. Now, when you get to that point where you want to leave a rating on one of the many podcasting platforms that we are on, please leave us 5 stars. Keep in mind, we wish to be 5-star generals. If for some odd reason, I don't know what it is, you don't know what it is, or maybe you do know what it is, if you cannot leave us a 5-star review, please type down in the comment section your gripes and complaints, allow us to try to fix that before you leave your rating. And if you still at the end of us trying to alter what we do to please you, guess, still feel you can't do it, I can't give you 5 stars. It's just not in me. Keep your rating, fam. It's a lot of other podcasts out there. Joe Budden got a really nice one. Go check him out. See what he doing. And while you checking him out, if you want to peek back over here and just see if we switched up enough for you to leave that 5 star, cool, do your thing. But our mission is to give you quality information about various types of relationships so that you could pick and choose certain parts of it to use in your relationship in hopes to make yours better. That being said, I'm going to say it one more time, especially for the people in the back who ain't got good ears like that. It is something, the number 4, DA People. Podcast if you're on YouTube. All right, so you won't believe this. A teenage boy in Tampa Bay finds a clear bag with $135,000 in it. Upon returning it to who it belonged to, he received a $500 reward.
Come on, man. Like, I'm just saying, I'm sorry. I know there's somewhat, people always think about what they would do and would they do the right thing. I know for a fact right now, I'm not giving you back $135,000. Oh. I'm sorry. And the thing is, it was next to the ATM. It wasn't a person, because you can't get $135,000 out of an ATM, period. Unless you unlock the ATM and there's all this money in there. So the armed car people, that come and pick up the money and everything, somebody, I don't know, that more than likely they got fired, but
yeah,
they left $135,000. As a teenager, as an adult, as an old person, I don't care. I'm not giving you back $135,000.
Not in me.
And it's bad because the insult is you gave him $500. Bro, you couldn't even make it a cool 5,000 or something.
No, make it respectable. I'm just saying.
Like, you could have gave him something. And I know somebody gonna be like, "Oh, that's a kid." He could have saved that money. He could have went and bought him some shoes. That $5,000 could help his parents keep their lights on and pay bills.
You know as well as I know the cost of college in the United States is astronomical. It is not at this point. I want to call them on ethics. Your ethics are bad. You are literally robbing students at this point because there's so many jobs at this point that's doing away with the need to even have a bachelor's degree to apply. Yeah. So the fact that your price tag is still that high, the fact that milk right now is at $8 in Texas, I don't know what it is around the world, but if I want to go buy milk, I'm paying $8, fam.
Eggs?
Really, you gave him $500. All you did was get him through the day. You ain't do nothing.
You gave him groceries.
That's it. You was like, oh, man, have some toasted strudel on me, fam. Man, that's what you did.
But it's just crazy. I'm like, 135. Like, okay, first of all, whoever left it there gotta be dumb. Like, you can't, you either were drunk or it was something, you were impaired in some way for $135,000
to escape your sight.
It's like, oh, okay. But then on top of that, this boy had enough. I'm like, what's the word? He had enough.
He was such a good Samaritan.
Yes, I have to say, he was enough of a saint to, hey, I'm going to return. I don't even think some pastors be like, man, God just blessed me.
Man, look, the way these pastors playing around right now, now, think about it. Now, one, I ain't finna sit here and talk negative about TD Jakes, but the court system do. And because You know what I mean? I'm gonna be real. Now, what people gonna have to understand about me, if you gonna tell me, nah, you can't watch TD Jakes, fam, every time that man hop on that stage and give a sermon, I'm gonna watch. And you wanna know why? Because I'm able to separate the man and the service that he provides. That dude just a great preacher.
Yeah, he is.
I personally do not care.
I don't need to know about what you do in your personal time. I don't care. That doesn't change.
It's not that deep.
Who God ordained you to be.
Right. I'm just like, you able to speak and bring these people to the, hey, I'm listening. Okay. You assisted me with my relationship with God. I'm going to keep doing.
Even though I wish TD Jakes would never did the, have you ever been swallowed? Oh my God. What the? Why? I'm like, why, bro? I'm like, why? Hey, why would you do this?
Look, I wish R. Kelly would have never did. My mind's telling me no, because I'm like, hey, bro. This is really telling.
Even with R. Kelly songs, they would hit that. Seems like you're ready. It's like, oh, come on, bro. And there's going to be somebody that said, oh, no, I never listened to him. Yes, you did.
You did.
Yes, you did. If you over 30, you listen to him.
First of all, if you under 30, bruh, I'm certain there's still people who listen to, he ain't on your Apple Music. I get it.
Yeah.
But your mama still got that CD, fam. That's the one CD. Happy People, that still played at family union.
Step in the Name of Love.
Still play in countless clubs and social events around the world. You can play.
I believe I can fly. If
you still graduate, you know, this just what it is. But like I said, now if you ask me if R. Kelly was a quality guy, I'd be like, nah, fam. He did some things that I just can't believe. But if you also tell me, was he a good musician? Could he sing? Yeah, he one of the best, if not the best.
Yeah.
So let's
arguably one of the best.
I'm not here to.
But at the end of the day, I gotta take it back. This young boy did something that a lot of people wouldn't do. Is what's right.
Right.
There's a lot of people that say they'll do what's right until you get to that point. Don't get me wrong. I try to be a fair person. I try to be honest. I try to do certain things because I want to actually do the right thing. Yeah. I want my children to see that. But if I saw $135,000 right there,
I got 135.
Like
I at least got 130.
Oh, no, I ain't even going to lie with you. I want the 35. I want all of it.
I want it all. But, like, I can't, because how I'm looking at it, I'm not finna go through the extra work of trying to figure out who you are. No, bro. I just came up on 135,000. Mama, just know that when I'm ready to go to college, it's paid.
You ain't got to worry about it.
And when we get to going to car shopping, just know, I'm going to get the car I want. So don't worry about me.
Don't worry about all that extra stuff. No, I got that.
I'm gonna get mine. You just let this be. When it's time, it's time.
But I'm like, as a teenager, I'm like, I have to give him applause. Don't get me wrong. Part of my mind is like, bruh, you better than me. The other part of my mind is like, man, you are actually better than me. Yeah, I'm like, he actually, like, I'm like, God's watching you.
Like I'm saying, see, what be tripping me out is Gorilla Glue Girl, the one, you remember when she put the glue on the head and messed the hair up, and she had a Patreon and they paid her for that. Throw some money at you. Here you got a good Samaritan, like, no. Start a GoFundMe saying, let's raise $135,000
for this
young man who was showing us. And when I say us, I'm in there.
I'm definitely in there.
This is what we expect. Good people should get good things. Because at the end of the day, if he had chose to do what I would have done, he'd be $135 richer. And that job, that dude would just, that dude or that woman would just be without a job, fam. I'm not concerned.
First of all, they got fired either way. They got fired either way. Let's be honest. That's true. 135,000 disappeared. I don't care. You're getting fired. Yes, you know as well as I do. But the fact he gave that money back.
So, like I'm saying, if y'all for real about it, if y'all like, come on, because we do it for everything else. Dude, talk about it don't even matter. You think about it this way. There's a girl right now posting her feet online and getting way more money than that dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Period.
It's crazy though. It's like
good people, we at a time where good people gotta start winning and winning big.
But that's one of the big things I'm gonna say. Being good don't get you nothing no more. Like, I remember, the person was good, the person that did the best, you got certain accolades, you got praise, you got help, people did stuff for you. Yes, now doing the right thing nowadays, that's why so many people do the wrong thing.
Right, it's so much easier and everybody will make an excuse for you. Everybody. Right now, the reason we had a whole conversation about P. Diddy is because for so long, so many people made an excuse for P. Diddy.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe me, how does a man make it 2-3 decades in one industry screwing the whole world over? It's not likely to happen.
Yeah.
Unless it's a lot of people covering your tracks. You doing your dirt, but they cleaning the road back up the second you walk away.
Yeah. Same thing with R. Kelly. There's no way in hell R. Kelly could have done all these things that people said he did without help.
Without assistance. And so what I'm saying is all those people are willing, because they on the documentary for R. Kelly, they talking about people going and finding these young girls for this. You got people who will go above and beyond to help you do dirt. But the second you are a good Samaritan, the second you actually do something that's beneficial, that is counteractive to anything you try to do, because I know what it's like. People need money. People want money right now. You mean to tell me we ain't gonna do nothing for that dude? We just gonna sit back and, in our case, I'm gonna read the story and be like, man, that's a good dude. 'Cause I couldn't do it.
Oh, I know I couldn't do it.
And the reason I can't do it is because
I know what this world.
I'm older now. I know what it's like. He probably, in order for us to keep him where he at, because I know it's people out there in his face right now telling him you were stupid for that. If I guarantee you, he turned the money in before he told his mama.
I know he did. I know he told her. He didn't tell his mama that because mama like, hey, now I'll turn it in. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Go.
I'll get it. Hey, go play.
Go play. I'll figure it out.
I guarantee he didn't tell his mama.
A doubt. Because I guarantee when I look at it, young man with the housing market right now, she's still paying that house note. You don't think that a sizable portion of that could have been put towards
that couldn't have been his father. His father, man, as much as hard as I work right now, like you turn. Like, I'm curious about the conversation afterwards.
Right.
Because I'm like, your daddy, if you have your daddy and your mama in your life and all that kind of stuff, they working hard, all this kind of stuff. Naturally, in their mind, they were like, we had it. We had our ticket.
We had it. And at that point, they like, I'm raising these kids too good. I should have. I needed a demon right there. I needed somebody who.
And it's bad because when you think about it, who like.
What do you do, bro? What do you do? It's like
anybody on here can't tell me. Your child give back $135,000. You ain't gonna sit there and think in your head, did I do something to deserve this?
I mean, it's one of those situations where you like, I want to whoop him, but I can't Because it's wrong.
It's child abuse. I know it's child abuse. But everything in my soul is telling me he needs.
I'm telling you, it's bad because if he comes talking about, school about to start, we need to go school shopping. Mm-hmm. You could have went school.
Mama, we ain't got no food in there. Well, if you wouldn't have gave back that $135,000, I guarantee we would have some food in there.
We could have had a new refrigerator too.
Mm-hmm. We could have had 2 refrigerators to hold all that food.
It's like,
that PS5 you wanted?
Oh
man, well, you could have had the PS5, the new Xbox. On top of that, you could have a Switch.
And ain't even dent the money. Mm-hmm. You still under 2 G's with all that. And we would have bought you the 75-inch TV for your room.
For your room.
Because right now, you sitting up, got a bunk bed with your young brother.
You know what's bad is because I could see parents being petty about it. Man, see, y'all could have had 2 rooms. See, y'all sharing rooms right now. Yeah, you don't like sharing a room with your little brother, do you? Mm-hmm. See, you could have had your own room now.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have had your own game system. Mm-hmm. Like, you would have got him feeling bad. Like, I won't go to bed. Like,
go to sleep. And think about I hope you dream about all the stuff that we could have had if you didn't have such a good heart.
Man, don't let you have no older siblings because you getting beat up.
You getting beat up.
It's like, hold up, you could.
What? Bro, did you not see Mama car breakdown last week? Bro,
man,
put your hands up.
And that's what's bad is because people think about all the things they go through, and it's rightfully true. People go through a lot, and this young man was found it in his heart to give the money back. For them to give him $500.
Disrespect?
That's a slap.
And what I'm saying is Gorilla Glue Girl made bank.
Off of her being stupid.
Off of her not being smart. Why would you go look for hair supplies at a hardware store?
First of all, you put glue in your hair. But first of all, when you were a kid, like that's what kids do. Oh, they play with glue and stuff.
It's in the hair.
You a grown woman, you put glue in your hair. And you got money. Like people out here do the dumbest stuff. And that's an issue for me. You will do all this dumb, stupid stuff and expect somebody to help you out. And people rightfully will help you out.
And like I'm saying, all the people who assisted her through that situation, yeah, they're good people. However, right now, there's a good person that's like you. There's a good person out there. And they just did something that most people can't do. And I'm not saying like, everybody who took the money is bad. No. You realistic. You are what I expect.
Yeah.
But when we got a kid out here who put forth that type of effort, fam, to go figure out who you are, make sure you got the money back, ain't take nothing from you, all that, and your reward is $500, nah, bruh. You should have took up a collection plate at the little place to be like, hey, this is what we need to do. We need to figure out how we all gonna get, because he found that $135,000. Y'all only making $50K. So I guarantee you 3 people would have lost their jobs that day. Thank God it was only 1.
Yeah.
Like
I remember this story a while back where it was a man, he was on some skates. I think he had on some angel wings. He would go and feed parking meters because he didn't want people to get tickets and get towed.
I remember that.
And then they were trying to put him in jail behind it. I'm like people that do the actual right thing
do good stuff
get screwed, but the people that do some stupid stuff,
right?
It's like, oh well, we should help them out. They knew what they were doing. What do you think Gorilla Glue would do? What do you think all these crazy, stupid shenanigans, the crate challenge, and all that kind of stuff? Crate challenge.
Then I remember the Gabbana dude sitting up here jumping, and it's street vendors. He knocking stuff off their table. People got videos right now going in there stealing from your local Walmart. Yeah. If you want to know what that leads to, ask the people out in Chicago right now who in a food desert because they can't go to the local grocery store. Yeah. But we sit back, you watch that video on YouTube, those kids, now they got so many views, they can go somewhere else to go buy their food while grandma down the street can't get no food. She got to go too far. You see what I'm saying? When we have the opportunity to put money where our mouth is, we want people to be good. Mm-hmm. But the second that they do something good, you give them good enough. Hey, here you go, $500. Got to be glue girl? No. Let's give you exorbitant amounts of money for your mistakes. I got a lot of laughter. Come on now.
It's crazy out here.
Are we for real? Because I'm just at a point where I'm starting to believe, I'm starting to see it as the world claims they want to be good or they want these good people. But I know what it is.
Everything you show.
It's not what you say. Everybody talk good. The dictionary, it's to the point where people can't read, but they can talk well. You learn to talk before you learn how to read. So it's a lot of people not going to read that article about the child in Tampa Bay who gave $135,000 back. Mm-hmm. But they'll be talking a good game and telling a good lie about how they want all these good people around. And the second that you finally see one and you have the opportunity to preserve one, because right now what I want you to understand is it's going to be people who talk good and they're going to say some bad things to their kid about giving their money back.
And in turn, hopefully, I hope it does. I hope he maintains that level, but we know it's not.
It's not.
What's going to happen, that will be the first and last time he would ever do that.
Right.
And why? Because everybody he knows, everybody that talks about it are going to be like, you that fool that gave back $135,000.
That's what you did. That's you. But we could, if we could change the narrative. You gave back $135,000 and they opened a GoFundMe account, and now you clocking $200,000 right now. Mm-hmm. And they gave that to you for your college, in your future.
Yeah.
You know what, you did that, and somehow your mama house got paid off.
Yeah.
Yo, that's what happened. That's crazy, bro. Man, you know what? Next time if that's what take place, I can say that next time I see $135,000 on the ground, I'm still gonna pick it up and take it with me.
Yeah, I was about to say, nah.
I ain't gonna go that far, man. I ain't gonna go that far.
It's coming home.
It's coming home.
Well,
It's coming home because like I said, I've lived long enough to where I know I can trust me to do right by me and for me. So, granted, the house paid off, but that $135,000, I'm gonna take that just because I like to sure win. I'm just saying. But like I said,
I don't want to guess on what I know is gonna win.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind, my faith hangs in the balance. Okay, think about it. If you can show me, if we as people can show each other that, hey, we gonna start doing right by the good folk, it won't happen anytime soon because you're gonna have to do a lot of proving. But you may alter the perception of somebody who's really just like, nah.
$135,000.
Nah. Just saying.
I understand.
Proof. What I'm asking you to do right now, especially the people who own that ATM, if you start a GoFundMe for that kid, I will go give $20 to that. I guarantee it.
I'll second that one.
I'll go put it in there. Easy. And that's really, I'm giving him the money, but I'm doing it for me because I really want to live in a world where the good guys win. I really want to live there. Because majority of the time, outside that $135,000, I'm a good guy. I'm telling you, bro. I'm a good guy. All right. We are going to go into you know what grinds my gears. Here we go. You know what grinds my gears? At what point should you just be grateful? Okay? The question is posed based on a viral post of a woman saying that $30 is not enough to eat lunch.
I just don't understand it nowadays. And I'm like, don't get me wrong. I do make more than the average person. And the average meal out here don't cost more than $30.
Just really don't.
Like, it doesn't. But the idea was these women were sitting down and they were having a conversation, and one of the guys just shoots $30 because she says she's eating lunch. And she looks at it, and she's over here like, well, where's the rest of it? And I'm like, the rest of it, like, in my mind, I'm like, you eating lunch. And then all of a sudden, the post goes viral. And they're over here talking about, oh, no, you should be giving way more than $30 for lunch. I'm like, what the hell are you eating? I'm like,
who are you? Who are you?
Like, $30? Like, don't get me wrong. And I could say it like this. You can even ask my wife. Anybody that knows my wife knows that when I get paid, like, she may not get paid the same time I get paid. I'll send her some money just because I want her to have money in her pockets. Right. I don't ever want my wife to go without. Oh, they going somewhere. Oh, you know what? Let me shoot them $30 or something like that. Just because I want to make sure that my children eat. But you sitting here telling me I got to shoot you 100 or more
for you to eat.
Just for you.
Without me.
And you not even my wife.
You're just a person.
It's like, at what point, when the hell did we get to this?
That's what be going on. Men have been reduced, bro. Men have been reduced to a dollar sign or what you are capable of giving. And then if you don't give what they deem as adequate, you are in fact deemed inadequate as a response. But the truth is, you eating, I'm eating, you work, I work. The same hours you clock and go to that job that you don't like to go to is the same hours I clock and go to the job that I really don't like to go. We doing the same thing. You telling me you're more important because you were born with a vagina, that's a lie to me.
Yeah. Oh, this is a definite lie.
It's a clear cut lie. I don't see. No. The truth of the matter is we are on level playing fields, fam. And it's only level because there are people on this side who are willing to fight to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Because physically and all that, like, and I'm not finna get into all that because people gonna be like, oh no, that's a manosphere show. That ain't what this is.
He's woman bashing.
Right. Refuse. Because now we got women who in the armed forces just like anybody else. Like, yeah, it is what it is. I respect what they do. So let's be clear. You eating lunch is your thing. If you want to eat lunch and you want a dude who gonna give you $100,000 for it, why don't you take Beyonce advice? Put a ring on it. Go get you.
You won't find him. Like, you won't find no, I take that back. The dude you won't get that way. You
gonna be dropping down into that 60%. I know that.
Mm-hmm. I guarantee you gonna do that.
You ain't top 10, you ain't top 20, you ain't top 30. You dropping down into that 10%. What you looking for is you trying to be envious of the OnlyFans models with the feet pic. Yeah, it's a dude out there, but he feels like he's buying and paying for a service. She's showing her body. He's giving her money for it. If we being honest, that's the exact same thing that Harvey Weinstein was doing. Only he gave him jobs instead of checks.
Yeah.
Just stating facts. So when we gonna be mad? Are we gonna be mad all around or just at certain things? Be for real. If it's quid pro quo, if it's this for that, and that's what this all about.
Yeah.
You want to eat. You want me to give you $100 on your food, right? So you can go to lunch. Your job don't even give you $20 an hour. So you want to give up. You want to give up 5 hours of my life so you can eat your food and you give me nothing in return? And you saying that that's a fair exchange? So your lunch is more important than 5 hours of my life. You know what? Keep your money, keep your company, and keep your expectations.
And there's gonna be somebody that says, "Oh, well, if it's bothering you and you can't do that, then just say that." No, it's not about can't do that. It's about the fact that why would I do that? Explain what is the benefit in me paying you because it might as well be me paying you $100 for you to eat lunch with your friends. What does that do? Again, when I say with my wife, that's my wife.
It's my wife.
Like, I know she wouldn't be my wife if I didn't know she was looking out for me.
Right.
That means she helps me, I help her. We do this for each other. I have no problem paying bills. Why? Because that's my wife. That's my family. That's not a girl that is just trying to juice me for what she can get out of me real quick and then go on and act like she did it all herself.
Right. Because I guarantee you the same woman who asking for $100 on a meal is also the girl saying all men are dogs and worthless and this and that. Got a negative report for men across the board.
Yeah.
Stop.
Like, easy way of looking at it. Me and my mom were talking today, and she was like, one thing is like a lot of people gravitate toward my mom because of the fact that she does something that a lot of ladies don't do nowadays. And I told my mom, I'm gonna be real. A lot of ladies don't do that nowadays. Two things: compliment and gratitude. Compliment and gratitude. Mm-hmm. Thank you. It was sweet that you did this, or thank you for doing whatever. It doesn't have to be giving money, but just gratitude is like
thankful that I did.
Yeah. Oh, he did it. He didn't have to give me $30, but he gave me $30. He didn't have to do that. I didn't ask for none of it, but he just did it out of the kindness of his heart. Nice. It's like. But a lot of people seem think that today's society, I gotta do something for you.
What that
you gonna guilt me into it.
What that shows me is we in a society that is narcissistic, and they take everything for granted. Like they have this sense of entitlement that it has gone so far unchecked, and somebody has to. No, let me cut this and bring you back to reality. I'm almost at the point now where if you're not married, I don't even feel like you should go on dates. I don't like the whole, I'm telling you, I proposed the 90-day broke where you pay your own way and this, that, and the third. And that was just so people can get back to trying to learn who we are dealing. Who am I sitting across from? I don't owe you nothing. You don't owe me nothing. The only thing we really here to do is try to figure out who's the other person on the other side of the table. I'm spending all this time figuring out who you are. And do I want to even get to a point where I would allow you to buy me food?
Yeah. But
now, from what I've seen on it, and I understand that the people doing right, they are the silent ones, right? So it's a lot of people out there who going on dates, taking those dates, stepping it up and forming healthy problem-free relationships, quality relationships with quality people, and they're going on about their day. But there's always that vocal group, the ones who got a lot to say and always want to put a camera in their own face to try to project these negative thoughts and foolishness onto the rest of us. You put me in a space in a point in my life to where if I was not married, I would not date, bro. I'm not wasting my time. I don't even want to sit back and try to figure out who right, who wrong.
But that gets to that point where now it's like all these dudes saying this ignorant stuff, talking about, oh, we don't want to date no women. And then the women over here talking about all these dudes saying that, oh, well, men ain't doing this, men don't do that and everything. So it gets to this point where it's like, bro, and again, because I am quick to say, is this a plan perpetrated by the man to keep the population down?
It seems like it.
Because I'm like...
But think about it now. Women will sit back and say, all men are dogs. Men will sit back and say, all American women are this. You know what my solution to that? I'm a passport, bro. I'm going to fly to another country. Then that just puts the women over here like, you ain't finna sit here and find an alternative. You ain't going to reroute yourself around me. You got to go through and deal with me. But it's like, nah, it's a lot of business partners out there. Yeah. And the crazy part about it is, I ain't heard passport fees yet.
Oh no, they said there was some women trying to go overseas, but the dudes overseas ain't playing that.
No, that's
at all.
That's why I'm like, you don't have passport fees because the expectation. One thing about dudes, it's a universal expectation, bro. Yeah, it ain't got nothing, all that extra, because you don't support these men financially. And don't get it confused. I just explained to you, if I want to see booty shaking, I just can literally lift my phone. It'll be there. So really, the sexual aspect of it, y'all giving it away so freely. Men keep the price high, but truth be told, it's low. Yeah. There is no value to vagina no more, bro. Yeah. It's just not there. And it's all because women are driving the value of vagina down. They drove the value, but they drove the value of dating down. Mm-hmm. But all these things they drove down only skewed the other side. The value of an actual emotional connection is high. If you can get one of those and get beside yourself and remove that narcissism and that entitlement, if you can remove that from you and actually achieve a true emotional connection with a guy, I guarantee you, the dude will drive you food to work. Yeah. He will bring it to...
How many girls getting... Like, this is a question I'll be asking. It's like, I remember 90s, early 2000s, women were getting flowers sent to work. Yeah. Like, oh, you getting candy, all that kind of stuff. In the 90s, they had the dude that'll come out and sing to you at work in front of your girlfriends and you all in your feelings and stuff. And I'm like, it was like, cool. Nowadays, you don't see none of that.
Half the time you go to work, bro, and what I've noticed about work, women be single as hell.
Frustrated. You could look at her and you could, I can tell she don't get no dick.
She don't get piped down for nothing. She loud, hoop, loud, roop, rah, this, that, the third. But it's all a result of her vibrator batteries went out. That's what happened.
And that's why that old phrase, oh, my rose and all that stuff. Hell, like, let's be real. Sex toys been, and I hate that. I ain't trying to jump off, but sex toys been out since the 1800s. Yeah. Really, they have them as what was it? The pocket massagers at first, and all that stuff at first. But nowadays, you hear more about sex toys. That dang rose done got women's mind going crazy, but that rose still can't do what man do. Can't tell you beautiful, treat you right and everything.
What I'm telling you is this. You pay for the rose. The rose ain't never bought you dinner. Yeah. Or lunch. Mm-hmm. Now, you might have used it at lunch to go back to work. That's different. But you also could have had a dude drop some food off and drop some meat off at the same time.
Rose ain't never cooked for you.
It ain't never cooked for you. Rose ain't never make sure you got home safe.
Put gas in your car.
Put gas in your car. Rose ain't. It's a lot. The Rose, I'm telling you, when they put artificial intelligence on the Rose is gonna be that broke dude who just give you.
Tell you I love you. How you love me? I told you, didn't I?
Told you, didn't it? And then Rose gonna be like, based on my algorithm, it tells me that I should ask you for your car keys now. Oh, it got dark. But I'm just saying, we joke, but it's real.
Yes.
Stop being ungrateful. Dudes, stop playing in. I don't care how beautiful she is. If her spirit ugly, she ugly, fam.
Yes.
Stop. If she ain't gonna pour into you the same way that you poured into her, if she ain't sent you $30 for lunch or packed a lunch for you, don't do nothing for her. And I know people gonna be like, oh, here go another black man trying to tell black dudes to not protect their black women. No. You eating lunch ain't got nothing to do with protection, security, or survival, baby. Stop conflating the two and inserting them together. No.
Well, I'm gonna just talk my trash. I protect my black women. My wife, I protect my woman all the time.
My wife ain't never scared.
She ain't never had no issues, and she knows that she could ask me for anything. My mama is great.
Ain't got no words.
Any woman that could truly say they my friend know that Mr. Hicks is willing to get down, whether it's financially or physically. It doesn't matter. I'm willing to do those things. Just because the men that you think are in your life ain't doing that, that's not black men not protecting black women.
No. And keep in mind now, if you the female running out to the club disrespecting a multitude of men without one to call your own, and then when you get socked, you want to find one of the many men you disrespected over the years to come to your aid and rescue. Baby, the world view you as a villain. Stop. Like, if I went into a crowd and just started throwing haymakers at people right now, I'm not going to be like, baby, can you stop this? The group of people stumping me out. I'm going to have to get stumped out.
Yeah.
You going to have to be grateful. Be grateful that you in a position to where if you get dressed up and look nice and be nice, it's dudes who gonna see that, be appreciative of that, and if anything is even remotely close to happening to you, just because they want to be in your presence and want people like you to actually go to social events, they will fight for you because they like, nah, she can claim 100% victimhood.
Bro, it's crazy. There was a psychologist that was talking about the three things most men ask for is that she looks presentable, like she looks nice. She ain't gotta be like Angelina Jolie or anything.
No,
she ain't gotta be all.
Tell the truth. She ain't gotta look like Kelly Rowland.
Yeah, because
that's the one.
Okay,
she ain't gotta be Kelly.
But that. She has to have a nice personality, something I want to be around, and she has to be grateful.
Yeah.
Like she's happy to be here. It's not hard for her to be here. Then the main three things that the psychologist said that men want. Mm-hmm. But then when she asked and did the same thing with women, they had like 300 plus.
And it's still growing.
Of what needs to, he was either this, he said this, he acted this way, he may have been nervous, he did too much, he looked at me a little too long.
It's triggered, like, to deal with a woman who doesn't truly understand that you being happy is the best thing you can do to attract a man, to a woman who hasn't recognized that, it's literally trigonometry.
Yeah.
To break down all those mental barriers that she erected her on her own. I gotta deal with everything that happened in your past, but I ain't do nothing to you in your past. And I guarantee you, you started off upset in your past. You always was looking for the shoe to fall in your past. You blame the fact that your father wasn't around on the man that you with. You blame the fact that the dude that dumped you in high school for your best friend on the man that you met in college.
Yeah.
Stop. The one thing that women gotta recognize about dudes is our ability to let some stuff go, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this
don't
woman over here,
we hold things, but we don't hold those things.
I ain't finna sit with it forever. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, okay. I found a solution. Now I got to make a decision. Do I want to be with you or do I not want to be with you? Yeah. Is the transgression so grotesque that I can't see myself doing this no more? Because if that's the case, I'm gonna do this favor for you and me. If I can't give you 100% of me, I ain't giving you none of me. I'm gonna get out your way.
Yeah.
I ain't finna sit here and try to drag your name through no mud. I don't have time. If it ain't work for us, it ain't work for us. And I'm okay with that. I'm going to get out your way. Hopefully you got good things. Go back to what you said. You should speak well of me and not ill of me, and I will do the same for you. I'm going to get out your way. Let you live your life. Because time, I can't give it back. And I ain't going to spend my time making your life bad because it ain't going to make mine better. Yeah. I'm going to get out your way. If you can't go to a space and genuinely just be happy to be there, don't go to them places. Like, it just is what it is. I'm done. I'm out. I'm just that's my final statement. If you want to attract a man, step 1, be happy.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Step 2, show gratitude.
And on that note,
it's another episode of Something for the People. Hold it down.
Y'all be easy.